People. Kipasa, suckpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. First thing that is popping in the news, it is said that it seems as if your Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, has a bad case of Bali myelitis. Now I know that you're going to say, what exactly is that? I am going to explain. Bali myelitis is when you get caught in your lies. People expose your web of deceit and truthfulness, and then you start for ball, wah, as if you're the victim. So therefore, you start ball out like Dovey Magnum, you start ball like some sorts of baby. So people, knowing the type of blogger that I am, I went and I did some sorts of investigative reports, and I found your Prime Minister with one of his parents. So I decided I am going to do an interview. This is how the interview sounded. Wagwan, my Prime Minister, how you doing? Good day, sir. I heard that you're having some sorts of problem. I heard that you're kind of ticked off based on some news that has been exposed in the media, exposed in the public. What is your view on the whole situation? Wah. Sir, I don't understand gogo gaga, baby language. Could you please explain? Mawa, my baba. You want your baba? What exactly that means? You want milk? You want your pacifier? Mawa, my baba. Sir, please explain. Mawa, milk. Oh, you want milk? No, Mawa, milk the country. Mawa, get rich and take on myself like the other prime ministers before me. Mawa, trick the people and boss, get millions, and then run away, go retire, and leave Jamaica in a big debt, like all the other prime minister, all the other MPs, all the other politicians. Okay, I understand. Now people, what am I speaking about? I am speaking about Andrew Holness trying to be wrong and even was strong. He is still caught in denial. He is still trying to justify the fact that he got a pay raise that took him from $9 million and then up to $28 million in about 3 years span. 2022, 23, 24. That is what he is going to be making. So the question that most persons are asking, what is your rationale for a country that is so desolate financially to be making at least double what the Prime Minister of the Bahamas? The Bahamas dollar is 1-for-1 versus United States. So the only rational reasoning is if the Finance Minister Nigel could have told us that, listen, we're giving the Prime Minister of Jamaica twice as much as the Prime Minister of the Bahamas is making. Because when we compare the Jamaican dollar, it is $1 Jamaican dollar for $2 US. Therefore, that makes the sense. However, when the country whose dollar is equal to the United States dollar gets half or less than half of what our Prime Minister is making, no sorts of rational, no sorts of reasoning, no sorts of reasonable person who claims that they are some sorts of financial wizard can explain the rationale in that. Now people, I have let you heard the Information Minister, Mr. Robert Morgan. I have let you heard the Finance Minister, Nigel Clark, try to justify the reason for this hike or heist. I am now going to let you listen to your Prime Minister, the Honorable Conjo on Holiness, trying to explain or justify why he should be paid as he is presently. Take a listen, take a look.
We sat in the cabinet and we agonized even whether or not we should even take any increase. Not something that we took lightly, because we know that there are persons who will try to make political fodder over it. As a country, what has plagued us is that we have treated the political class with schizophrenia and disdain. The truth is, you get the quality of governance that you elect. And every government is afraid to touch it, because if you touch it, people say you don't deserve it. Why we should pay you more and the country not running well? The country not running well. Because of that very reason, you have chosen to have an underpaid political class. How must they deliver? I shouldn't even be talking about this, because this is internal, simple housekeeping things. But these are the realities that go into ensuring that you have effective representation. It's what you choose. So when you go to the bar and you start to talk about how we are going to get our politicians to be more effective by giving them more resources to be effective, for which you can hold them to account. It is not going to happen by chance that they're going to be held account. I have to hold them to account. So when I call up the parliamentarians and say, why are you not at committee meetings? And then they tell me all of this. Boss, we don't have no room to meet. Boss, if I come, I just can't, I don't know where I'm going to stay. Is the reality? What are we talking about? If you take the entire political class of maybe less than 300 people, I don't think their salaries come to, even 100, maybe a billion, probably $1.5 billion at most. You put all of them together. So I listen to the conversation. I want every Jamaican to understand that I listen. And we did this knowing that there would be political fallout. We did it. We know it's not political secret. It's not naivety or, lack of care or lack of respect. We know. But we couldn't continue to do it as it has been done for decades by prime ministers before. And can you genuinely tell me that your circumstances have improved? Let's try something different.
Now, people, when you listen to your prime minister, don't you realize that this is why we call them pathological liars? No conscience, no regards for the other people in Jamaica. This man claims that they were agonized as to whether to take the pay increase or not. What do you call agony? Agony meaning that when you have the power through your political links, when you have what we call conflict of interest, meaning that the people that are making the decision that are beneficial to them are going to do what is in their best interest, not what is in the public interest. What kind of agony is that? This man is trying to make you know that you get what you pay for. And people, that is not true, because these persons were already decently paid, as opposed to the teachers, the doctors, the popo, everybody else that is underpaid, everybody else that was told by the finance minister that, listen, we do not have the money. It is impossible to pay. It is impossible to take BLOOD out of stone. We just cannot do it. It is just not possible. However, only to spring some sorts of surprise. So what this man is doing, he is trying to use reverse psychology. It is either he thinks that the people of Jamaica are dumber than they look, or he is dumber than we think, our thoughts. So therefore, he must say, listen, we are stick up these people. If them want we perform like we're supposed to perform, them have to show we the money or else. We not gonna do anything. So people, if we go by that, we should only assume that that is why we've been getting the performance lately. So therefore, they are sabotaging or is sabotaging the country And if the country wants better and want any sorts of change, them have to go pay them more. Them have to go show them the money, or else nothing better now go happen. So therefore, he must say the only solution for change is to give us more money than everybody else, at least double what the other countries that are financially secure, the countries like Trinidad and Tobago and the Bahamas, the best reference that they could find. So therefore, he must say, if you listen to his logic, the Prime Minister of the Bahamas should not have a country that is successful, should not have a country that the dollar is on par with the United States dollar because him only get 13 million. So therefore, the difference between the 13 million that Prime Minister get and the 15 million more that the Prime Minister of Jamaica is getting should give us vast improvement. So people, based on the logics that he is giving us, based on the 15 million more that he is going to get than what the Prime Minister of the Bahamas is getting, we should see the Jamaican dollar surpassing the US dollar by at least double. That means if you get US dollar and you go at the bank, you're going to get 50 cent feet. People, that is the logic based on what he is saying. So pretty much he is balling without any sorts of sense. So pretty much he wants him and his friends, his parliamentarians, to be paid based on performance in the future, based on promises. People, everywhere else on planet Earth, people get raised based on their performance because they have delivered. So therefore, people have confidence in them that yes, they've delivered before. So therefore, they have the potential. As it pertains to the politicians, the MP, the parliamentarians in Jamaica, it is the polar opposite. Some of them are senseless. Some of them don't even show up. People are always complaining. People can't get the basic necessity, as in road, can't get water. Jamaica is about 50 years behind the rest of the world. First world country that is. However, they are getting first world pay. It makes absolutely no sorts of sense. So therefore, when we listen to our Prime Minister, or your Prime Minister, when we listen to the Finance Minister, when we listen to the Information Minister, Mr. Robert Morgan, none of them make any sorts of sense. None of their arguments is rational. So pretty much what this shows us is how blatant, barefaced they are with their line. That they are definitely in denial. They are wrong, but yet they are strong. And the more that they talk is the least sense that they make. I am going to let you take a look to a lady who is an actual teacher that is improving Jamaica, that has a resume, a record of good work. However, she is getting $10,000 per year extra on her pay based on the new pay scale. People, that is about $800 per month. Take a look to exactly what she has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
I couldn't in good conscience get up this morning and put on clothes and say that I'm going to work. Not after that bomb that Nigel dropped on us yesterday. When teachers were getting $2 million per year plus allowances, the PM was getting $9 million plus allowances. And due to the restructuring of salaries, teachers are now getting $2.5 million per year, no allowances. And they moved the PM's salary to $28 million over the 3 years. Teachers got $30,000. Well, I got $30,000 over a 3-year period. And the PM and other members of parliament are getting $19 million. Isn't that disgraceful? Nigel is saying he wants to attract the best minds, the brightest minds. I am one of the brightest minds in this country right now. When I was at UWI in 2011, I did not score not even a single B. I got straight A's. I graduated with a master's with distinction. I am one of the brightest minds, and they're giving me $30,000 over 3 years, and giving some dunce counselors who don't even have CXC $12 million. I am no longer patriotic. I no longer care about nation building. I will never, unless this changes, I will never sing another line out of the national anthem. I will never say another pledge in Jamaica. The only line I will say in this anthem is, deliver us from evil powers. This cannot be justice. We cannot, as a country, sit down and allow this to continue. We cannot. We should not allow this government to take us and turn us into some puppet show. Our own country. Jamaica, I just will come to. I'm going to sing.
Now, people, remember, they gave the judges raises 100%, 200%, over 200%. They gave the mayors raises. They gave the politicians, parliamentarians raises 100%, 150, 200. People, if you look at your screen, your Governor General, he got a raise to $34 million. His salary is higher than that of the Prime Minister. His salary was a massive 300% raise, salary hike, salary heist. However, the people that are out there taking the risk, meaning the popo, the people that are out there building the future generation of Jamaica, meaning the teachers, them a get $10,000 per year, $800 and something per month more upon them pay. $800 a month can only buy one box food. It can't even buy chicken. It can't buy nothing, none at all. It is very minimal pay, minimal raise. However, these con artists, these choppers, these scammers, they want to justify whatever they are making. People, it makes absolutely no sorts of sense. There will never be any sorts of justification. All this shows is a conflict of interest, greed and corruption in its highest heights. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be putting the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.